Okay. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Everyone at this stage is one person. Well, nice to have you, ever that one person is. Welcome to the Friday night review show of the Arsenal Cape Town Official Supporters Club. Um, it's nice to have you. Yeah, nice to have you. I don't have anyone to speak to here in my lonesome studio. Anyway, tonight we're gonna have a hopefully a quick but powerful, a short but powerful show to talk about last night's Europa League result against Villarreal. Villarreal. Joining me in the studio tonight. Hello, Ali. Thank you for joining us, Ali. Faithful Ali Smith. Joining me in the studio tonight is Gareth Burroughs, Jeremy Visser. Warren, I just saw your name in the studio there. Um, it's sorry, Wolfie. I'm just gonna kick you off there again. Warren's name you'll see just now, and then also Wolfie Witten. Brandon Baker was going to join us, but unfortunately he couldn't make it. Yeah, so tonight we're going to talk Europa League. We're going to then also look ahead at Europa League for next Thursday, but also the Sunday's game against Newcastle. Without any further ado, I think, let me bring on the panelists. So let me just play that music again because I just need music. Um, Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome. Sorry, guys. I told Gareth.
Good evening.
Good evening. I was going to say this.
Shalom.
I don't want to
Good
talk
evening and
football
good night.
tonight. I don't want to
Shalom.
talk football tonight. Can you see my setup tonight? It's going to be
Yes.
It's going to be an evening of easy listening, sexy jazz for Friday
Oh,
night. So
I look like you're about to sacrifice a chicken or something there, Morgan.
That's for an Arsenal victory next Thursday.
Listen here. Kentucky's gonna have to suffer because of we need a win. Yeah, I just had the chicken roll as it is, but I didn't slaughter it myself. Well, anyway, welcome, gentlemen. How are you all this evening? Anyone jump in?
Alright,
Wolfie, just jump in.
Let's hear it, Wolfie. Let's hear it. How's it,
What's
Wolfie?
Shalom.
How's it, guys?
Okay, let me
you
just
guys-
how's it going tonight? How are you doing tonight?
Oh, did you ask me? Yeah, I'm good, eh?
Yes.
How you guys doing? Yeah.
Okay.
Bit of a rough night last night, but I'm sure we'll get into it very shortly.
Jeremy, how are things there?
All right. Could have been worse. Had a good day today. And have a relaxing weekend. And Sunday we play Newcastle, then we go from there.
Yeah. Warren, how's it going? Warren promised me that he's going to be at his best behavior tonight.
I'll behave. I'm so Arsenal just like beats you down, so I'm just like mellowed out now. I've taken my tablets. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay.
Okay. You've taken your chill pills.
I'm taking
Wolfie?
my tablets, yeah.
Wolfie, have you taken a whole handful of those chill pills, or what can we expect tonight?
I tried it, hasn't worked. I'm disgusted. I'm upset. Disappointed.
Here we go.
There we go.
Get it all out.
Wolfie,
This is a safe space,
Yeah.
Wolfie. Get it all out.
Yeah.
Disgusted.
Get it
I
all
was on social media today. I checked my phone. I was about 100 messages from Man United supporters. So these guys won 6-2.
Yeah, but
yeah.
you know
We're
what?
not a
It's
football club
Roma.
anymore. We're not a football club anymore. We can't beat Fulham. So yeah.
Okay.
Don't
We
worry,
don't
Roma,
make excuses.
People, as we can
Roma,
see,
Roma.
as we can see, but yes, I just want to say welcome to Mal White, who's all the way from sunny Jersey. And again, I wonder if that's Jersey in the UK or
Jersey.
Jersey.
Jersey is close. Yeah,
Probably-
it's close to UK.
Probably New
It's a
Jersey
French-
or
yeah.
something. Maybe New
It's a
Jersey.
French
Yeah.
island.
Close to the UK. Close to the UK.
Yeah, my
It's a lovely
my,
island that I want to visit still.
my sister, my brother-in-law is from that
Is it?
region. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I still want to pop in there. Anyway, let me quickly just go through. I just quickly want to just saying the inevitable. what we know. I just want to go through a little Thursday, sort of a Thursday update as to what happened last night, and I'm sure we all know what happened last night. There was our game, and there was a
Captain
Man
Fantastic.
United game that at one stage looked like it was gonna end one way and then got turned on its head a little bit.
Much like-
So we're probably going to play Man United in the final. Just for a little, I had a bit
You
of
mean
fun.
we're probably going to
because-
beat Man United in the final?
Yes. Oh, there we go. Thank you. There, Mr. Burroughs. Thank you, Gareth Burroughs. The team we're going to beat in the final.
You guys must stop smoking this cheap nonsense, please, guys.
Oh, no, it's not cheap. That I smoke some good stuff, pal.
Stop smoking this cheap stuff, please, guys.
Okay, Mal is just confirmed. Just give us a little update on the geography. Up down there in the Channel Islands, just off the coast of France. I always thought that Dover is just off the coast of England, is off the coast of France as well.
Morgan,
but yeah,
Morgan, I think that's where Yaya Sanogo delivers letters. That's the place where he
No,
delivers
he's a
letters.
postman now.
Yeah, he's a
Look, he's still
postman.
won more trophies than Harry Kane. He's still won more trophies than Harry Kane.
oh my word.
I think Euro might have made a difference in yesterday's game. We never had a striker.
Oh,
Wolfie, I
behave,
think-
Wolfie, behave,
Wolfie, I
man.
think you would take any player who was sitting in front of his TV, any striker, doesn't matter if he was playing in another side, sitting in front of the TV, you'd have wanted it there. But Wolfie, just a quick update. For those who do throw the occasional 50 Rand at the betting pool, you can make a little bit more money on Arsenal. Villarreal have now second favorites to take the title. And for those who really want to put the 10 Rand on Roma, let's imagine that they beat Man United 5-0 next week.
Hey,
can
yeah,
make-
remember that game against Barcelona? Just Google Peter Drury's best commentary. Roma have risen from their ruins. Watch.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Exactly.
10 Rand will win you 2,000 Rand. So that's all I'm saying.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Good odds.
Yeah.
Where do we
Anyway,
start? Where do we start? Cheapest.
where do we start? Oh, yes, I do want to start here. Warren and
What did I
Sean,
say?
Oh,
you
Miller,
and Sean were
well done.
drinking from the same goblet of despair.
Ian Miller got
I
it
mean-
spot on. 2-1.
Yeah,
Okay.
well done, Miller.
Ian Miller got it right. Oh,
Okay,
yes,
I'll buy
that's
him a
also-
beer next week. Okay, I'll buy him a beer next week. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I must
Miller.
also announce that Jeremy has won. Jeremy, we owe you 100 Rand voucher, Vida voucher.
Lovely.
We do insist, however, that when you go spend it at Vida, you do take a picture. We want a selfie to show on to use on the show. Anyway,
Okay,
Ian Miller
you
got
get-
it right. Warren, you gave up on penalties and figured we'd lose. You and Sean. I don't know
Jeremy.
what happened there.
Jeremy, what's up?
For the last one. We got close. I think I got close with a 2-2 draw. But it wasn't to be. Sorry, Ali. Sorry, Jeremy. Wolfie, what was your prediction? Oh,
My
a 1-1
prediction
draw.
was 1-1. Yes,
1-1.
I was hoping for a 1-1, but I never knew I was going to get surprised. But anyway,
Okay, Wolfie, we're going to leave it to you. So let's talk a little bit about last night's game. Let's start. Wolfie, we're going to save you for last. I just need a bit of. I just need a bit of happy juice
What?
first.
tell
I
me
need
what
a
I
bit of
want to
happy
ask.
juice.
Morgan, I want to ask you, where is Alex tonight?
Alex is not
Ooh.
co-hosting. He's busy with stuff. I think. He had an IT deadline. So I thought it's Friday night. I can.
The guy was chatting with me. The guy was crying on my shoulder last night. He said he told me he's now 100% Arteta out. That's his words.
Keep the
That
faith.
is his
Make the
words.
manager.
That is his
Hashtag make the
words.
manager.
That is his words, not mine. I didn't convince the guy. He told me he's now fully convinced. The guy's out. The guy needs to go. Guys, I'm speaking what Alex said. Respect the guys.
Wolf was lying.
Respect the guy.
Who bought him a case of
I can
Started using
snapshot.
It's
Guys, I
to change his mind. I'm telling you right now.
Wolfie will take your word. We'll take your word for it.
Take my word, please, guys.
What
Look,
Brandon,
Morgan's
my
already
word.
said that he's
What-
leaning towards Wolfie with Arteta
Yes,
out.
Morgan. Sorry. What?
The guy was finally convinced. There's
Wolfie,
no.
we'll get to you.
Sorry.
Wolfie,
Okay,
we'll
all
get
right.
to you. Thank you.
All right, sir.
Gareth, you and I were saying just before the show that we would have both switched off our TVs at one stage.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Um,
If I wasn't on the show this evening, I would have switched off probably after about half an hour. Look, I think it started when we saw the lineup. Xhaka again at left back, and again he got exposed. A false 9, a false fucking 9. Come on, in a semi-final, you've never tried that before in your coaching career, and you try it in such a massive game. Look, don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm still backing Arteta. I'll get to that in a minute. But the thing is, that starting lineup for me was like, what is this man doing? And then at 2-0, I said to myself, you know what? He's literally got next week, Thursday, to save his job, because that's really it. I've backed him all the way. You guys know I'm probably the biggest Arteta supporter on here.
Yeah.
I'm always backing the manager, and I just think if we flop next week and we don't even make it to the final, he's got to go, because there's been no improvement in the side. Last night was an absolute shambles, a disgrace. I mean, none of them are fit to wear the shirt. The only one that can come out there with any sort of reputation still intact is Bernd Leno, because at 2-0 down, he made some massive saves. Now, obviously, the guys won't talk about that because he never made any mistakes. People only talk about Bernd Leno when he makes mistakes. And then they want to talk about Martinez in blah, blah, blah. Bernd Leno saved us last night, number one. Number two, there were no substitutes at halftime. And that's where I felt Arteta failed miserably. Part of it. When Danny Ceballos got the yellow card, he should have got the hook. He didn't. A few minutes later, he committed another foul, and the ref had a long chat to him. Now, any manager with a little bit of experience would have then given him the hook. But he stayed on and he got sent off. As it turns out, we actually played better with 10 men. So,
Yeah.
And then again, just like at Spurs, when the opposition goes down to 10 men, we start collapsing and looking rattled again. So I just didn't get it. And the substitutions again were just far too late. I would have made at least 2 or 3 substitutions at halftime. I mean, you got 5 to make in the Europa League. Why didn't he make more substitutions at halftime? So the red card and the result, that's on Arteta. And he literally has next Thursday to save his job.
Okay. So let's, Jeremy, I want to ask you, this whole Xhaka at left back, wing back thing, because he doesn't really play a proper wing back. He's just a left back. Have we had enough of that now? Can we move on from that and put him back to where he belongs?
Do you remember him actually crossing the halfway line yesterday? He didn't.
I seem to recall he did. He doesn't push up because basically, So he sits back. Is that an idea we should abandon now?
Yeah, no, that's not going to work. We were completely off balance yesterday. There was no one pushing from the flanks like on the other side with Chambers. Even though Chambers wasn't even doing a good job he was over. I mean, his passing was terrible last night. There was an imbalance. Well. Yeah, the crossing was rubbish. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Saka has to play there. That's the only option.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of maybe even a Gabriel, but I don't know.
We don't understand.
That's another option, but
at the moment.
But Turney's fit, so he has to play. Give him some time against Newcastle, and then throw him in.
Yeah,
that's our option.
Warren.
Hello.
Warren, we seem to have the upper hand. Down to 10 men. We then seem to have gained the upper hand.
Yeah.
Scored, got a penalty. Osaka went fishing for that penalty. He put that little toe there and said, down there, when he got me.
Agree.
What happened? What happened with Villarreal? Why did they back off, it seemed, in the second half?
I think the manager, like ours, and we've seen him do that at Arsenal. I think he played into our hands. He started getting scared for no reason. It's not like we did anything to force the hand. Their substitution so early actually brought us back into into the game. It's kind of ironic that our ex-manager that did that at Arsenal sort of came back to haunt him, but this time it worked to our favor. Which really that one away goal opens up the tie, but just as you can actually see, I don't know if you guys noticed in that last quarter, you could see their heads dropping in that last quarter. They were probably hoping the ref just blew the game off now. We could have gotten a draw there, but of course, Arsenal to the rescue. We saved and look, we've been crap this whole season, but we've saved our worst 10 minutes of the whole season when they went down to 10 men in the last 10 minutes, where I was thinking, hold on, we could actually get a draw here. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. We couldn't make one pass. I was actually, I was actually shocked. I was shocked at what I was looking at. I could not believe it. I mean, we were crap before, but
it was Chambers and Murray. Chambers and Murray couldn't pass to save their lives.
No, the whole team couldn't pass to save their lives. No one wanted to take on the man. I just don't understand this. I actually don't know anymore. I really don't know anymore.
You see how our players were slipping and sliding everywhere, and none of them had that same problem. Like even that, like right at the end when Aubameyang had that shot.
Yeah. Look at me. Let's just go. Let's just call a. Let's just. I mean, you talk about the lineup. I mean. Does this manager? Well, obviously, I think we know the answer. Really, this guy is changing. This guy is changing the lineup, and that's not helping anyone. That isn't helping any player. He's chopping and changing people all over the show. It's like he's making stuff up as he's going along. Sorry.
That is the right cue. That is for Wolfie. I'm not even going to ask Wolfie. I'm not asking a question.
Wolfie, over to you.
Speak, Wolfie. Speak.
Floor's yours.
Man, thank you very much, my fellow Gooners. Look, I was disgusted in the starting lineup. I was disgusted in experimenting on a false nine. This was the most important game of the season. Why try this? We are not Man City. Did he watch the Man City game and did he now decide I'm going to do the same what Pep did? We got Martinelli there. If it was one gamble that you could have taken, Martinelli has played through the middle for his previous club in Brazil. He scored goals. If there's one,
Martinelli slept with Arteta's wife, man. That's why he's not starting.
Exactly. If they, you know what? I just want to give you I want to let you guys know what Martin Keown said, one of our legends.
Yeah.
They spoke to Martin Keown about Martinelli. And he said he's been concerned to why that player is not playing. They pushed him for an answer. Why? Keown responded, because the manager doesn't like him.
Yep,
it's as simple as that. Now I'm going to go on to what Odegaard said while his time at Arsenal. He said, this is the best young player I'm going to quote again, I've ever seen. This is a guy that's been practicing at Real Madrid. He came to Arsenal. That was his quote. So my thing is this: what is happening with Martinelli? Now I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on now. Why did it take so long for Arteta to make a substitution after the whole world could see Danny Ceballos was about to be sent off? The ref gave him a warning. We saw it in the City game where the left back from City, he was cautioned after a yellow card. Pep Guardiola immediately took the guy off. So why didn't Arteta take Danny Ceballos off? He screwed up the whole game. He screwed up this whole game. Yes, he had a terrible game.
It was absolutely terrible. That was his worst performance in an Arsenal shirt.
Just one more thing. The situation with Granit Xhaka, what Arteta is busy doing is killing two birds with one stone. He's taking a guy out of our midfield.
Are these birds that we want dead, or do we want these birds alive? Just to be sure.
We want, yes, of course,
alive.
We want these birds alive.
Yes, of course. These birds, he's basically killing two birds with one stone. Firstly, number one, Why did he take Granit Xhaka out and put him in left back? What he basically did is he's weakened our midfield. Danny Ceballos has been playing against Arsenal for the last 3 Europa Cup games. He's been playing against us. We've all witnessed it. We've all seen it.
Yeah, 100%.
So he took Granit Xhaka. Yes. So he took Granit Xhaka out of our midfield, which is so important to us. He took that guy out, he put it in our left back, and he made our left back weaker with that decision. Because he's taking a guy out of midfield and he's taking the slowest horse in our pack, putting him at left back. And we saw yesterday the guy from Villarreal. He's just running at him. He's just every time he gets the ball.
By the way, that guy's a Tottenham reject. By the way, Foyth.
Yeah,
exactly.
He fucking ran that game. That's what pisses me off. He fucking ran that game from right back.
The guy was running
the game.
Gareth, we don't want to get kicked. Gareth, we don't want to get kicked off at Facebook. We don't want to get kicked off Facebook.
The guy was running at Xhaka. But what I'm trying to tell you guys, these are all tactics from Emery. Emery was using 2 midfielders. One was a reject from Watford, a guy that got relegated in Capu. He got relegated. Yeah, the guy got relegated last season with Watford. The guy's marshalling the midfield. The other guy came from Arsenal. The guy's twinkle toeing in the second half, pushing forward from Arsenal. Where's our midfield? Now, that is what I'm talking about.
Wolfie, no, I think we all agree. I think we all agree that some of the.
I just want to end off.
Wolfie, make it Wolfie, we're gonna get back to that. We're gonna give you a chance.
You don't have to end off
now.
You
the stage. Thank you, Wolfie. Wolfie is always respectful. I will say this, regardless of how sad he makes me. Wolfie is always respectful of protocol. He's got the meat. Warren, there were a couple of players that were, however, terrible last night. There were a couple of players that maybe, regardless of the starting lineup and the way we set up, if a couple of players that stepped up, perhaps we're talking about Partey, we're talking about Ceballos.
Well, I can't. I mean, jeepers, creepers. Who is that? I mean, Maleno made a tie-saving save in the second half. But honestly, I mean,
was right.
Oh God, Pepe. Well, Pepe scored the penalty, and I think that's about. Look at well, I mean, people always talk about Arsenal and bad luck, but we were the ones that were lucky last night. We got off the hook big time. No one was good enough. The keeper, I think, did his best to keep us in the tie. I think I'll end there. But honestly, the entire team were. I mean, if I had to score them, no one gets higher than 4. I mean, they were that crap. Our midfield. Listen, I'm sorry. Daddy Ceballos, sorry, you lightweight. Bye bye for you.
Yeah.
I mean, people were oohing and ahhing about Martin Odegaard. And that's why I said earlier, I need to see this guy play more games for us. I'm not sold on this guy. Is he the guy that's gonna? Will he get us? Will he displace one of the top teams in the top 4 there for us next year? And I'm not comparing him or us to Southampton and Fulham now. I'm going to compare him to Chelsea and Manchester City. Is he the guy? The answer is no. Simple as that.
Warren, he came back from an injury. His first game, he came back from an injury.
Yeah, but he played games before that as well, and he's been pretty average. Jesse Lingard has done more at West Ham than him. Jesse Lingard has done more than this guy. That's how our standards are. Jesse Lingard, we made fun of this guy. That guy is doing more at West Ham than Odegaard at Arsenal. Absolutely not even a debate. Jesse Lingard. This is the standards we're talking about here. We're in 10th, people, not 1 or 2nd.
Are we still 10th? We may have dropped to 11.
Sorry, we could be 11th. We could be 11th. Sorry, we could be. My mistake.
No, we're 10th.
I haven't checked. We're still 10th, yeah.
Okay, we're still 10th, Gareth. We're still 10th. Come on. Get in. We're in double digits.
Jeremy, I'm gonna upset Wolfie now and say the following.
Trust the process.
Actually, I understand what. No, the process. I must admit, Wolfie, you have made me question the process. I will admit, I am a doubting Thomas at this stage.
There's no process.
But suddenly, are we out of this tie? Are we out of this tournament? Are we out of this competition?
Guys,
No, we're not.
Guys,
No, we're not.
Guys, just one thing. There's an interesting fact, eh?
Wolfie, I'm
Wolfie,
going to ask you to
just-
respond to
Wolfie.
Jeremy.
Yeah,
Wolfie,
he's
I'm going to
going
ask
for
you to respond to Jeremy. Don't worry.
Sorry, Jeremy.
The problem is our home form is terrible. We've been playing better at home, at away. Sorry, our home form is terrible. That's what's worrying me. That's worrying me. Coming back to Martinelli. Martinelli is the weirdest part of this whole situation is Martinelli is a perfect Arteta player. He presses from the front, he tracks back, he's got energy. It's just completely baffling. Why is he playing?
Yeah.
I mean, he's exactly what we need in that team, and it's just very strange. Why this guy is not playing? It's just odd.
And the thing is, when he comes on, he always looks like our best player. He's full of
It is
energy.
true.
Like, I honestly don't know what more he needs to do to get a start.
What we need.
And you spoke about the press that he does. I don't know if you got you had to have noticed in the start, probably the first 30 minutes up until we were down. Up until
Facebook is going to kick us off, man. We're going to go to Facebook jail.
when we were for the first 30 minutes, when they got a goal kick, we stood so far back. The keeper, they had a guy on each side of the small box. They passed it around, ding, 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 and then they allowed the keeper to walk, no fucking press. Walk out of the big box with the ball at his feet before we started to press. But when we got a goal kick, their players on us. Like, why was there no press? Where was the urgency?
You know what was ironic, eh? You know what was ironic?
I
don't know if you guys actually noticed, but it was ironic. Classic Arsenal. We actually pressed. We only ever pressed the minute we went to 10 men. I don't know if anyone noticed that. We started pressing when we had 10 men. I was like, where was this whole game?
Yeah.
Well, I think we started playing better when Danny Ceballos was sent off.
Yeah. No, he's not good enough. He's not good enough.
No, he's rubbish. And he's come out, and he's come out. I mean, it was yesterday in the Daily Mail. He said his game is better suited to La Liga. He's not going to have another season in the Premier League. God, I hope he stayed in Spain last night. He mustn't even come back with a stay in Spain. I mean, he
won't make the Palace team. Ceballos won't even make the Palace team.
You'll be lucky to make Fulham.
Sorry, I've put Wolfie off for a couple of times.
Sorry.
Not even a question. Do you want to talk about David Smith's comment that the rumors in the UK are that Martinelli was not?
He didn't look like he had a virus.
Ask David. No, you ask David. I'm going to ask David Smith this question. I'm going to ask David Smith this question. I'm going to ask David Smith. I'm going to ask you this question.
Here we go.
What happened to the other
question for you?
To the other 5 games when the guy was fit? What happened to the other 5 games that Martinelli was fit and he was overlooked by Arteta?
I'm not being facetious. I'm not being facetious now. But where's Martinelli even be 100% fit? He seems to come back
every time when the guy comes on the pitch. Every time the guy comes on the pitch. Every time the guy comes on the pitch, he shows dedication, commitment. He shows all the signs of the so-called process. Tracking back, closing down, attacking, shooting, trying his best. He's the guy that what we want to see in our club. We want the other 10 players to do what Martinelli is doing. He's showing that every time he gets a chance. Every time. So why is the guy not playing? Did the guy flirt with Arteta's wife? I don't know, but it seems like these things. I can't.
We think that his Italian accent is sexier than the Spanish accent.
You know what? If we're going to stick with this manager, we might lose the talent of the century.
Okay. I want to put this little thing up. This is the lesser of 2 evils. Cheslin is asking, is it better to lose the semi?
Yes. Agree. Yes.
Arteta
the answer is yes. Agree.
Why is it yes? Why would you rather we get knocked out than go to the final and lose.
I want to lose 5-0 in the final, man. That's fine. I don't want to lose 5-0.
That was heartbreaking.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
I had enough
I was at the
of the
pub.
8-2s
I
and the
was at the pub for
6-0s
that
and
Baku game, dude. That was
enough
terrible.
already. Enough with the embarrassment. My club has been embarrassed enough for the last 20 years. Enough with it now.
It's a
Lose
disgrace.
now.
It's an
Even
absolute
down to
disgrace.
it. Lose it now
Are
and
we-
just kill this bloody guy. And our
Are
cards
we,
in.
Gareth, are we sure we're going to
No,
lose
no,
5-0?
you guys.
Are we sure we're going to lose 5-0 against Man United in the final?
No, we're not
No,
going to lose
6-0,
5-0 because we
6-0,
don't
6-0.
we don't lose to Ollie. Come on, man. That, you know what? That's the one thing about Arteta. He doesn't lose to Ollie. So get us in the final and we'll win. We'll make Champions League.
Oh my word. That should be
Come
fun.
on, man. You know
None
what
of
was
the
the
false
joke?
nine.
Guys, you know what was the joke? You know what was the joke about Arteta yesterday? Arteta said in his news conference, he said, and I quote, he said, "We were disorganized. We didn't have enough desire or threat to attack the box." Now, I want to ask Arteta, when did he find this out? Did he find this out in the 93rd minute when he brought on
No.
William and Emery? What's the guy's name? El Nini? When did he find this out? That we lack desire and threat. He's the manager. He's
Yeah.
the manager. It's his job to make changes when he sees half-time it's not working, and my false number is not working. I need to change. I need to do something else. Play a different card.
Yeah,
Okay.
you see, the thing is,
I just want to read. Sorry, Gareth, I just want to read. David has responded to Wolfie's question. David says he's hardly been fit all season. I really think they're being careful with him. I agree. I want him to play, but if there's a problem, we have to be careful. We've seen what happens when we push players. You want the list? Okay.
I just want to. Can I just? Now I'm entitled to respond to that. To that.
No.
Answer.
You
No,
can-
hold on.
You first.
Arteta came out and said.
Can I respond?
Arteta came out and said he finds it is extremely difficult to play Martinelli. There's no room in the team for Martinelli, for a fit Martinelli. That is what Arteta said. You guys can go Google it, whatever. But Arteta said there's no room in the team for Martinelli.
I'm gonna have
That is
to
the
Google
fact.
that.
Google it, please.
Morgan,
Warren is gonna say.
Just a quick one, sorry. So just to clarify that, and I understand the concern there. I've got the same concern when we need to protect our young talent and stuff. However, there's a difference between when the guy's injured and now you're going to nurture him back, right? You're going to give him a couple of minutes each game, maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes, and you build up from there. Versus just throwing the guy immediately in the deep end and playing and saying, listen here, you've been out for 3 months, you go play 90 minutes in the semi-final. What Arteta's not doing, he's not even in between those league games, he's not even giving the guy, you got to give the guy the chance to build up his match fitness and match sharpness. He's not going to have that if he's not even giving the guy the chance. That's the difference. It's not like we're saying,
And you can't do it in practice.
You cannot do that. So the medical report says 100% we're passing you, sorted. So now you got to give the guy minutes on the field.
Okay,
10
I'm
minutes,
gonna
15,
I'm
20.
going to share this with you. I just want to, Wolfie, this is a little contrary to what you said. So I'm just going to share it with you guys quickly. Okay. We're not using this. I just want to say Sky Sport, don't sue us. We're just sharing the stuff. We're not claiming. We are crediting you, Sky Sports.
Yes.
And he says, but Nicola today explains, he says, we have to be a little patient with him, but he has a bright future at the club, and he will have all the opportunities that he needs to show us how good he is. So I'm not sure. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Look, maybe he's saying
what does that mean?
That means that there is a place for him. This clearly.
So why isn't the guy playing? Who's gonna have to be injured for him to play?
Long term.
Is it maybe his own injury? Is it
he's
his
waiting
own
for
injury that's the problem?
he's gonna hand out the magazines at the stadium next week, Wolf.
Guys, what happens? What happens if a guy leaves next season? What are we gonna say then? No, for argument's sake, what happens?
Are you talking about Arteta?
No, I'm talking about Martinelli. What's going to happen if the guy decides?
Yeah.
He's not, come on,
Morgan.
man.
I want to chat.
Sorry,
I want to
Jeremy,
chat about the
Jeremy,
elephant
jump
in the room.
The elephant. Okay, who's the
Yeah.
elephant?
No. Let's talk about this false 9 situation yesterday, right? The false 9.
I don't know what.
Yes,
The false
Chester,
9.
yes.
Nine.
Okay,
Who's
okay,
it?
I think
don't know
it
what
was
to say
Smith
about
Rowe was
that.
I think Smith Rowe was a false 9, wasn't he? It wasn't Pepe.
Yeah.
He was
Pepe
a
was
false
in the
nine.
left,
Yes, you are.
right?
I
Yeah,
don't
it was
know what.
Smith
Yeah.
Right. Now the issue that we've got, the elephant in the is that our midfield doesn't score goals. Willock is the
No,
only
they
one
don't.
that scored goals.
Saka is the
So
only
how can you
midfielder
even
who-
adopt?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's no midfielder that scores goals. The only person
Yeah.
that I can think of that's gonna score is Pepe. So no one else scores goals. How can he adopt that plan? It just
I
makes
don't know.
no sense.
But
Yeah.
my
that's
thinking to that was, if Morgan, can you maybe pull up the away starting 11 of the Slavia Prague game, the game that we demolished them.
You're asking me to go deep into my records. Let me see if I
You
can find
went
it.
very, very deep to find out what the Nally was. Come on.
Are we talking
BA
about-
Wolfie.
Yeah,
Are we
man.
talking-
Anyway,
are we talking the first
anyway,
leg or the second leg?
the leg that we did, we basically destroyed them.
That was when we were playing there.
Yeah,
Yes.
we went across here to the.
Yeah,
Let me see if
it
I
was-
can find
it
this.
was- Saka was on the right. Pepe was on the left. Laka was up front, and Smith Rowe was
in
10.
the center. He's in the center.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
I-
Ceballos and Partey though.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So why
I'm
that
Yeah,
team?
go on.
Now we had Pepe, Saka, and we had Lacazette, and we had Smith Rowe, the diamond.
Yeah.
So why
Yeah.
did the guy change everything? Why couldn't he just lock us out, put Martinelli in there? We have Smith Rowe, because we all know that Odegaard cannot play in the same team when Smith Rowe is starting.
Yeah.
So there we go.
There we go.
That team destroyed. They basically destroyed Slavia Prague. That front, that is where Smith Rowe, quick feet Smith Rowe, is at his devastating best. When he's playing in that position, the number 10.
I agree
You
with
got Saka on the
Wolfie
right.
there, yeah.
You got Saka on the right, you got Pepe on the left, you got flair, you got power, you got vision. And at the end of the day, the only thing that needed to change is put Martinelli in Lacazette's place, and bring on Aubameyang in the second half. If Martinelli, if it wasn't working, you could have brought on
Okay.
Aubameyang in the second half. So
Does
for
any-
me, why do you change a winning
And you got
team?
Martinelli pressing him. And you got
Yes,
Martinelli
why do you?
Yeah,
Why,
he's
now
not-
my
yeah,
question
he's
is,
not- he's not,
why did we change
it must
a
be-
winning team? That was a winning team. We
Why
hit them
does he
for, I don't know,
injure-
4 or 5
why
or
does he-
something.
Why
Okay,
does he
is
play
there
off injured?
anybody? I think we
Otis-
all agreed
Otis
it was
is
a
a goal
horrible
through us off.
decision that didn't pay
What
off.
is it? Only goals for?
Is there any argument to be made that potentially it could have been a shock factor? It could have been a surprise factor? Is there any argument to be made that under another
Yeah, it shocked all of
alternative
us.
universe, it could have worked?
What do you mean shock factor? What I don't understand. The
You
shock
need to-
It
factor.
would have never worked because
That-
it would have never worked because our midfield can't score goals.
I don't understand. I don't understand the question.
Exactly.
The question
We didn't
is,
dominate the
is there-
midfield, so that's the only way it would have worked.
Shocked that we lost, or what? What? I don't understand the question.
Yeah,
Shocked in the sense that it's sometimes you put a little shock in the system. There's a player who's playing in an unusual position.
Yeah.
The way we've played Xhaka at left back, which is which
Oh,
I can't
that
make
is
an
good,
argument
really.
for.
well,
Yeah.
but
Is
yeah,
there-
but Morgan,
I see your point here. Now you do have a
Yeah.
good point. I mean, Smith Rowe probably got the update like 5 minutes before he went out into the field. Sorry, sir, you playing centre forward today. He's probably
look, you can't blame.
That isn't
I
what
was
I
thinking-
meant.
Regarding the starting,
actually makes a good point though, eh? Morgan
I
actually
agree
makes a
with
good point. Eh? He does make
Yeah,
a good point.
I'm
of
not
course,
saying it
regarding the
worked out.
starting 11.
I agree that it didn't work out. It failed miserably. But I'm saying,
But
yeah,
football is a
sometimes-
game of 2 halves. Football is a
And we
game
were-
of
That
2
was
halves.
clearly,
did-
and I mean, you know
And we
what?
were
I mean,
both
what
halves.
1 minute, change it up.
what Villarreal showed last night is exactly what got Emre fired from Arsenal, because he got himself a 2-goal lead, and then in the second half he sat back, and that's exactly what he did at Arsenal. That's exactly what got him fired. And the thing is, Villarreal were rubbish. Let's be honest; they were absolutely rubbish. We were just a whole lot.
Agree.
We were just
Agree.
we were
Yeah,
just a whole
poor
lot.
team.
I guarantee you, the way we played last night, if we played against a big team, we would have been smashed.
Yeah.
The tie would have been all over.
That's the fear I've got. That's the fear.
Villarreal. I mean, we got
Sophia-
beat by a yellow submarine, for goodness sake, man. That was
Yeah.
absolutely horrendous. It's a shambles.
Yeah.
They can all hang their head in shame, the lot of them.
Aston Villa will beat Villarreal.
Actually,
No.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So we know that we have a terrible team at the
Fulham
moment.
will
Okay.
give them a go, man.
Okay, we've got a consensus.
They were actually
We
pressing.
are
They were pressing us well
terribly at the
yesterday.
moment. We
Oh, no,
we
they
have a
pressed really well.
consensus.
We
We are
thought- we-
sucking at the moment. But I do
Yeah.
want to ask, despite playing really horrible football at the moment, and I will not argue with that point. So how is it that we are potentially still in with a chance to get to the final?
Because if we play to our full
Unai
potential, we
Unai
can beat
Emery.
this team 3-0.
Yeah,
I think
well said, Jerry.
Of course, no, hold on, Warren. Hold on, Warren.
I'm talking
No,
about the
no,
second
Wolfie.
league.
Wolfie,
The second
Wolfie, I
league.
just want to give Jeremy a bit of time.
Jeremy, sorry.
Yeah. What is the
So
question?
we did nothing right. It was all Emery. It was more a case of him doing bad things and us doing good things. Or did we do some stuff right last night as well? When we played with 10 men.
Formation was wrong. I think what the Teta said, right, in his press conference is that they actually were drilled in practice with this false 9. And when they scored the early goal, it threw the players out of, which is quite a bullshit story. You professional players, you need to, look yourself right and play according to your plan. Right? If that was your plan, you play according to that, irrespective of what happened in the past. So,
Jeremy,
I think that they played well. When I saw Foyth in the team, right, I was thinking, jackpot. Because when Foyth played for Spurs, he was always the weakling. But he was putting
You're looking for
Ceballos
weaknings in
in
this
a
life.
spliff and smoking it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yes.
Okay,
No,
sorry.
we-
He was beating for pace.
I just
We
have to
make
take a
things look
little win here. Me and Brandon were disagreeing last night whether Villarreal was actually pressing. I thought that whenever a player of us got into their half, close to their penalty area, they surrounded. They kind of swarmed that player. They did it in the first half. For some reason, they abandoned the plan in the second half. So I just want to ask,
They defended well.
what can we expect from them next week? I don't know what to expect from us. We don't know.
The way I know Emery's going to sit back. He's going to sit back and defend his lead, and we're going to come on to
he's
him.
gonna park
That's
the
what's
bus.
going to happen next week.
Does
He's going
that
to
give
park
us
the
a
bus,
chance?
and we're going to. But we don't know how to break that defense. I don't know how. There's no creativity to break that defense.
Get caught on the counter then.
Pace will win us the game next week.
We need turning. We need
false
turning to
nine
give
will
us
win us
balance
again.
on that side. We need turning.
Wait,
Wolfie.
people, keep quiet. Wolfie said we're gonna win a game. Everyone
He said with a false 9. No, he said a false
Wolfie, what
9.
did you say
Wolfie,
just
behave.
What is
What did
Wolfie
you
saying?
say?
What is he drinking?
Wolfie said we're gonna win the game. Wolfie, are we winning the game?
Wolfie, can we win the game? Can we win the game?
I want to
Can't
ask
win the
you.
game.
I just want to ask you this question before we go on to the game. I want to ask you guys.
Yes.
Where was our captain last night? Where was our captain?
He was playing
Where was our captain? Where?
Who was the captain?
playing Uno. He played
Who was
Uno
that
in the dressing room. He was
Who
playing
our
Uno.
captain?
Holding. Where was our captain?
Where was he? He was nowhere.
We don't have
You know,
captain.
Did
We
he do
did
it?
it
Rob Holding.
club 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago.
Strangely enough, both goals, as poor as we played, both goals was poor defending. Partey, Shaka, Holding, Mary, they were poor in the defensive part of the game.
Wolfie,
Both
can
goals.
Hold on,
we win next week? Can we win next week?
Okay.
I think I can answer that. Yes, we can win. I say we can win. Even though we were shit, I say we can win next week. We can. I'm not saying we will. I'm saying we can win next week.
Of course we can.
Depends on what
Villarreal were
happens against
rubbish.
Newcastle.
But we are in with a genuine chance. We have an away
We
goal.
are with a good chance.
Yeah,
If
we
he
have an
picks-
away goal, but our home form is
He picks
terrible.
the right team and they play with the right attitude, and our players, our senior players, lead by example, and we play the right guys in the right spaces. We can smoke this team. We're going to give them one goal. We will give them one.
We can easily beat him. We can easily beat him. Easily.
That
just wanna
is
share-
Texas, but we can score 3 at least. I reckon.
He can pick the most strongest lineup he wants. And we can bang on about the poor lineup yesterday. But at the end of the day, not a single one of those players showed any form of commitment and motivation. Now, we talk about the manager needs to motivate the players. Yeah, 100%. This is a semi-final. A semi-final of the Europa League.
Exactly.
You shouldn't need motivation. You shouldn't need to be up for or need someone to G you up. You need to be up for it yourself. The manager shouldn't have to get you up for a bloody semi-final. This is when I say our future, next season depends on this game. Getting into Europe depends on this game. Why aren't these guys committed? They feel absolutely bugger off in this club, man.
I'm actually shocked yesterday. I was totally shocked with the performance.
Guys, we can win.
That
We
was
can
the
win
worst
the league.
performance of the season, and make no mistake. We've had some. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Morgan.
No, it's fine.
No, I just wanted to say we've had some really poor performances this season. And but that last night was the absolute worst. It's disgusting, man. I'm disgusted in that.
No, guys, I'm going to disagree with you. Because of those few minutes when we were down to 10, I thought that saved the game for us. The game this past weekend, who did we play? I blocked it out against Everton. I'm going to say that was us at our worst.
It was basically the same game. Same team.
I'm going to say that was us at our worst. I thought last night was a minor improvement.
No,
but anyway, we
shambles.
Absolutely champagne. Okay, guys, I'm going to say one thing,
More candles behind you. The candles are going on up behind you. No, your candles.
I got faith in this team. I got faith.
The candles are going up behind you.
I got faith in this team. Honestly, I'm not being sarcastic. Guys, I got faith in the team when it's picked the way it's supposed to be picked. I got faith if you're going to tell me Saka's going to go at left back. I got faith if you're going to tell me Martinelli is going to go, he's going to start the game. I've got faith if you're going to tell me Smith Rowe is going to play at number 10. Take Odegaard out, put Smith Rowe in there, play Pepe, play Martinelli, play Aubameyang.
Always the players.
Play a wing back, play second left back. Second left back has been brilliant for us. When we played him at left back, he's been brilliant. Play him there, play Martinelli on the left, play Pepe on the right, Odegaard in the middle, Aubameyang up front. I'm telling you guys, no Odegaard, keep him on the bench. I'm telling you guys, if you're going to play that formation, we're going to run this team right the way we play. I'm telling you, this team is not a good team. They are not a good team. They don't even have a good goalkeeper, man.
I want to talk about
needs to do one thing.
I want to talk about the Sunday game quickly. Sorry, Jeremy.
Before you go on, Morgan,
I'm going to give you 10 seconds.
Arteta needs to do one thing and tell Partey not to shoot.
Didn't you see that video of him in training?
The guy can't shoot. The guy can't shoot. The guy can't shoot.
Okay. It's been terrible. Okay, I just want to say to Mark, it's not an Everton fan. I'm a closet Leeds fan. I just want to be out there.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
You know what? Morgan. You know what? I would love for that manager of your closet team to come manage Arsenal. You know what? He would do a brilliant job with the youngsters that we have now at Arsenal.
Wolfie, the only reason you have convinced me that perhaps Arteta is not getting as much out of our players as he is, it's because I watched Bielsa with a team that was in the championship last season, and he gets so much out of those players. And I don't know I don't know how
We
good
were
those players are.
we
All I know is
were
they are
making
playing
You know
so
what's
well.
pathetic about
They
Leeds
play
United?
without
I mean,
fear.
not only are they above us,
shit. Thomas Partey, that's a world-class midfielder. That guy knocked out Liverpool when they were playing for Fabinho.
Exactly, that's true.
Yeah.
This guy
Yeah.
looks shit. We making him look shit.
That's true.
Is it, okay,
That's
it
true.
could be. We'll talk about whether it's a manager's team strategy that's not working out, that's making players underperform, and
Lack
they
of
can't
it, or
play,
the lack of it, or the lack of it.
or the lack of it. I do want to talk a little bit because we're running out of time. I want to just look ahead. We are playing Newcastle.
We're going to lose 2-1. 2-1 we're losing easily.
No, before we did beat them 3-0 earlier in the season.
We're losing 2-1.
Yeah,
You can take it to the bank. Easy peasy. We're
What
losing.
kind of changes would you guys want to see in the team? What kind
Play
of
the
changes?
youngsters. The
I want
season's
you to
done. The
answer
Premier League's
Craig's
done. Play the
question.
youngsters, man.
I want to
Yeah,
ask.
it's
I
the
want
best
you to
one. They
answer
must play next
Craig.
week.
Behave,
What do
Warren.
we?
Play on Nini and
Go
Pepe.
sideways.
Okay, guys, answer Craig's
True.
suggestion. What do you think about Craig's
Craig-
suggestion? If we
Craig
change
is-
up the
Craig-
lineup,
3
yeah.
center.
holding
No,
Gabriel.
why do you want to play 3 centre backs? No ways, man. We
No,
haven't
that's
played
two
that
wing
formation in months.
I don't know.
Now you want to go
We
to
won
the
the-
second leg of the
we won the
semi-final.
we
and you
won
want
the
to
FA
chop and
Cup
change
with-
again. No, but
we
we
won the
haven't
FA
played
Cup with
that
that formation.
formation. Yeah, 100%, Prue, but we haven't played that formation in months. Now you want to go. We
We
played a false
haven't, we
nine
haven't,
yesterday.
we've
which
never
is
played
how
with
we
a
done
false
that.
nine.
No, exactly. And now we've tried that in the first leg. Now we want to
It
go
is
to a
once.
back three next week that we haven't played in
No,
months.
that's-
No, I don't agree with the back three, never, man.
And then we got no one in the midfield.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we had no one in the midfield last night.
I mean, I just want to say, Valer, we don't need to play that. We don't need to play that formation. 2 at the back. We can play a flat back 4, and we can play the way we normally play.
Oh, the back four was flat.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, we can. I mean, Chambers, he never had a good game. He never had a good game. I like Chambers that he never had a good game, but I would give him another chance at right back. See, maybe we are playing at home, and I will play Saka at left back.
Newcastle, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Saka was
okay.
purpose.
I
Saka
mean,
was
our
pop
team
yesterday,
should-
sir.
yeah, he wasn't good. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah. I want to see
Oh,
us finish 10th, no lower than 10th. I'll be happy.
No.
The scary thing is that Wolves,
Let's go
that
into next week.
Wolves that are in 11th
I wanna
place,
go-
Wolves in 11th place can mathematically still get relegated. That's how poor we've been. The fact that the team one spot below us can mathematically still get relegated. That's how poor
Oh
we've
my
been.
goodness.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
Also,
I
is
think
it night?
no, I understand
Oh.
that the math works out that way. I don't think it's going to work out practically
No,
that
look,
way.
Wolves are
I
going to
mean,
get
39
relegated.
points is
They 2 places
Look,
below
39
us and they
Yeah.
can still go down.
But there are teams who
Yeah.
finish like 13th or something silly like that. Should
Yeah.
Wolves and Aston Villa overtake us? I don't know. I think
Yes.
Leeds are just performing better each
Look,
game.
You know,
So let's.
I think
you know
2 weeks.
Leeds, Leeds have been in the championship for 15 seasons. They got relegated when we were the Invincibles. That was the season they got relegated. And this is their first season back, and look at them above us. It's absolutely pathetic, man. The club is in a shambles. And I see we've banged on about Arteta, and like I said, I mean, like, I'm probably his biggest defender, but next week it's probably
Dude.
Arteta out if he doesn't
It's
go
going
through.
to change.
But-
It's going to
Guys,
change.
But let's make no mistake. The problem at this club is Stan Kroenke.
Yeah.
The fish rots from the head, okay, down. Arteta, the manager, is not the head. It's Stan Kroenke. And the sooner this man can get out of our club, the better for Arsenal Football Club. And I don't know if you guys saw very briefly, Cheslin Miller put up a post here. When is Arsenal Cape Town going to have a little Stan Kroenke out protest? I agree with that. Why
Next
don't we
week-
have a Stan
next
Kroenke?
week
Next week Thursday.
Next week
Thursday,
Thursday
let's
at the
protest at the pub. Let
There we
us
go.
have our Kroenke out protest.
Okay.
If that doesn't
So
get rid of ease,
I want
he's
a couple of
absolutely
predictions now, guys. Now I want a couple of predictions.
Wow.
2-1 Newcastle. 2-1 to Newcastle. 2-1.
I-
Easy. That's the easy
Warren,
one.
Wait your turn.
No,
Warren,
no,
wait your turn.
Newcastle won't win because Willock can't play. Willock can't
No,
play, so
also
they
beat
won't
us.
score.
Also beat us. I'm telling you, they'll beat us. I can
Okay,
guarantee
so
you.
Warren,
Yeah.
you're saying we're going to lose
What I
1-2?
wouldn't do for Ainsley next to Partey, or Ainsley in the midfield, imagine.
That's another thing. Do you think we can go forward and challenge for top 4 with a player like Ainsley Maitland-Niles as our in the centre of midfield? Same with Joe Willock. I mean, at the end of the day, look at Jesse Lingard. I mean, we spoke about him earlier. Okay, he's been rubbish for Man United. Now he's dropped down to West Ham, and you can basically say he's found his level. That's why he's thriving. That's the sort of player he is. It's exactly the same with
Maitland-Niles looks comfortable at West Brom. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Gareth. You're right.
That is where they look comfortable.
They look comfortable at West Brom.
They're not good
West Brom will help him.
Because
West Brom will help him.
Going to help us win the league.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, look, you guys, we're laying intent.
I need predictions. I need predictions.
Morgan, you got mine. You got mine, Morgan.
I got one. Okay.
I'm going with
Wolfie,
a 1-1.
You give me a prediction with a 20-second comment. How's that? You give me a prediction for Newcastle, and you've got 20 seconds to make a point. I'm going to count you down. Is that okay?
I'm going with Wolfie, a 1-1 and 1-1. I'm going with 1-1. That's it.
Okay.
I don't have any other. No, I have nothing to say. 1-1. 1-1.
Are you sure, Wolfie?
I'm going with 1-1.
You have the floor. We're going to have some.
I don't have anything to say. You know, there's nothing else to say. I mean, really, it's just a shambles. Our club is in a shambles at the moment. We wanted Wenger out for 5th. We're laying in 10th now. We're saying it's okay. Really? Are you guys serious? Are you guys serious? Come on, man. No, come on, man. Come on,
we want our Wenger back. We want our
Wenger back. All is forgiven, Wenger. All is forgiven. Financial fair play exists. Financial fair play exists. I'm telling you.
Wenger we trust.
Get Harvey on here next week. Get Harvey on here next week.
You want to know how the Arsenal
we sold our soul. We sold our soul when we moved to that stadium, man.
We got the Kroenkes. The problem is the Arteta came out. He said, "Give the Kroenkes a chance." I mean, he's telling the people these things because he knows with the Kroenkes he will still have time to experiment on his managerial arrangement. If another guy comes in, Arteta is gone. It's simple. The Kroenkes is messing up our club and they're using this puppet as I can't understand it.
Okay.
We're in 10th position.
I just want to say something here as well, because I'm going to force you now to go to predictions. Brandon did say we'd lose 3-0 last night. He's improved his mood a little bit. He says 3-1. We're going to lose 3-1. Ali is confident we can win this on Mark. Yes, Newcastle is playing away to Newcastle on Sunday at 3 o'clock. So does anybody else? Jeremy, give me your prediction for
2-1
versus Newcastle. We're gonna win 2-1. There we go. Wolfie has said 1-1.
1-2.
1-1.
Gareth.
Yeah.
Gareth.
I think we generally follow up a shambolic performance with a fairly decent one. And Newcastle haven't, look, they've gotten lucky really just with Joe Willock with these late goals. So, I don't know. 1-0, 2-1 to Arsenal. Yeah, let's go 2-1 to Arsenal. Newcastle are a poor side, man. You know? But then again, we tend to make these poor sides look like Barcelona.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know. My heart is saying 2-1 Arsenal.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a double Jamisons on Sunday, bro.
And we never carry momentum to the next game.
Now we're gonna test your faith in the team and in the process. I need to have predictions for the return leg at home against Villarreal. After all
3-1 Arsenal. 3-1 Arsenal. 3-1 Arsenal. 3-1 Arsenal.
Well said,
I don't understand you guys. Honestly, I thought that only women that I don't understand. I don't understand you guys.
3-1, y'all. 3-1.
Jeremy, prediction for Villarreal next Thursday.
Paper hat-trick.
2-1 in penalties.
Ooh,
and also,
there's the penalties.
Do we win on penalties or do we lose on penalties?
We win on penalties.
Okay.
Leave the penalties for the final.
Okay. Gareth, your prediction for Villarreal?
Yeah, 3-1 with Warren. 3-1. Yeah.
3-1. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, going through.
Wolfie,
Beating
it's all
United
in
in the
your
final.
court now.
Yeah,
Wolfie, it's all
come
in
on.
your hands.
I'm
Clean
gonna tell you
sheet.
guys. There's a no, hold on. There's a interesting.
Behave, Wolfie.
There's an interesting stat, guys. I don't know if you
Oh,
guys are aware
here
of
we
it.
go.
Villarreal has progressed 15 of 16 games when they have won the first leg.
And then?
Uish. And
Oh,
then
so
That's,
they-
exactly
that's
how it
about
is.
that's, a 90, that's
Out
about
of 17.
99. That's about 99% of the times when they won.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Wow.
go with a 1-1. I don't think we're gonna make it, guys. 1-1.
Okay.
I think 1-1.
Fair enough,
I
fair enough.
can't see.
Wolfie has rendered us all quiet at this
I
moment
can't
because
see.
I think we're all terrified. We're all terrified that Wolfie's going to be right.
I don't trust. I don't trust.
I'm
I don't
sorry. I'm
trust
still
Baker
waiting.
and his-
I'm still waiting for the answer. For who was our captain last night? I'm still waiting for the answer. No one
But
said.
wasn't it Holding or
Who was it?
Chambers?
Yeah. Rob
Is it?
Holding. It was Rob Holding.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
it was Rob
asking.
Holding.
Oh,
And I
Holding.
think-
You guys
Usually it
noticed?
is.
What I found, I don't know. When Aubameyang came
I
on,
honestly
Rob
had no
Holding took the
idea.
armband. I've noticed generally when the captain of the club comes on, he takes the armband. I've noticed that with other clubs, other games.
Yeah, of course.
But
Yeah, yes.
when Oba came on, he didn't get the armband. I thought that was a bit strange.
Yeah. Well, we are. That's where we are now. I mean,
Yeah.
Zaka left
But,
back.
yeah.
I mean,
Guys,
Jesus.
I just
No.
you
There's
to make
Nigel
a
Winterburn.
mark.
We
I
need
just,
samples,
sorry,
okay,
sorry, I
samples.
just want to comment. This guys just help me out here. I see here that I'm a little worried about these comments here because both
What?
Mark and Ali, what images go, and Ali predict
We'll
a
lose.
3-2. That's us
And we
out
lose.
then.
Yes.
If we win 3-2, we're out.
You gotta
Bakers
play
are saying
Arteta with
3-2.
his. You
So
gotta
Mark-
play
Well,
Arteta with his
3-2.
negativity, man.
If,
You gotta
if
play-
we win 3-2, we're gonna be
I
out.
don't see that. I don't see Villarreal scoring 3 goals against us. I must be honest. I don't
No
see
way.
them
No way.
scoring 3 bars. I don't see that. We
I
will
didn't
give them
see
one
it.
goal. No, we
I
will
didn't
give
see
them
it.
one, and maybe on their own accord they can score their own, and that's maximum 2. That's a worst case scenario. So it's more
Warren-
about us than them next week.
Warren,
can I tell you something?
I'm
We'll
concerned.
score goals.
Warren, can I tell you something?
Is the response
didn't-
from David Smith? Wolfie,
Oh,
I know you
okay.
always. Is the response from David Smith? That's it.
They lost all 4 semis, huh? What?
Villarreal
serious?
has never reached a Euro final, lost all 4 semis. So there's a little stat for you. They're good at those 2 legs over the early
Ollie-
stages, but when it matters,
Ollie also lost 3 semis, eh? He hasn't won a semi yet.
He might still lose as well again. Eh?
Yeah, I told you. Roma have risen from
Big
their
guys.
ruins.
okay.
That would
Okay.
be so lovely.
Warren,
Yes.
I
Yes.
think we're gonna have to put another voucher, another Vida voucher up for grabs based on the Villarreal game. I'm very
Morgan, we
intrigued
haven't
what's
got
gonna
your score prediction yet.
Yes, what's yours, sir?
Come on, sir. Come
Newcastle
on.
first and then the second league.
3-1
Come
Newcastle
on,
first.
sir.
happen. Oh, I better go with
Clean
Newcastle.
sheets.
Listen here. Guys,
Clean
I
sheets.
am a stupid man. I am a stupid man. I watch
Just go for it, Morgan. Go for it.
and then
Come
I
on,
think we're
Morgan.
gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go Alex. I'm gonna pull an Alex and say 2-0 wins in both games.
Whoa.
This is
Wow.
2 clean sheets.
Okay.
2 clean sheets.
Clean sheets.
2 clean sheets, 2 wins, 1 Europa League final coming up.
Here we go.
Oh,
We
wow.
save a
Okay.
seat for the Europa League final.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm worried about that final. We make it there. I'm gonna get to the pub early. Be sure I'm drunk, and then whatever happens after that must just
You won't
happen.
remember. Yeah.
Book my annual leave the next day. I'll book my leave the next day. I'm sure I'm sorted and it'll be good to go.
Ali, you are the designated driver on Thursday.
Yes.
I don't know what. I think Brandon is saying up you. I think that's an insult. I don't know what that
No,
means.
no, he's saying.
No,
No,
he's
he's
like,
not.
yes,
It's kind of like
he's
a,
agreeing with you.
You've given him optimistic hope. Well done.
Yeah,
man.
you've given him hope there, Morgan.
this is why they pay me the good
You don't
money
need to
for-
give the 2 rand that KFC.
That's why
Morgan
he's such
gives you
a.
hope.
That's why he's such a good host, man. Come on.
That's why they pay me the good money. That's why they
There
pay
we
me the
go.
good money.
There we go.
at the yeah, guys. Okay, there's one last comment. Andrew, we're gonna finish with Andrew too. Who can think of putting Holding as captain and Pepe in front whole game, no shot on goal. Yeah, we nearly got a draw.
Morgan, just
nearly
one comment from
Pepe
me.
scored a
I'm just
goal.
saying, just a quick one. Yeah, Pepe scored. Yeah. Morgan, when we make the final, it's a Wednesday night game.
Listen, I've got 50 rand.
What about doing a pre-game live broadcast from the pub? A chat,
No, we have
whatever.
Watch along.
Hey, a watch.
along.
Oh, I don't know.
Hey,
Whatever.
AFTV do a watch along. Why don't we do a watch along during the game?
It's up to Morgan, though. It's up to Morgan.
We must have no. I think we should have at least Thursday night. We should think of a watch party where we all watch the game together. We can certainly do that. It would be fun. We've wanted to do one. Yeah. But yeah. So Warren, will change your name to It's Hope that gives hope.
Star Wars. I want to do Star Wars. It's a new. It's a new.
We can change his name to Hope Joanna.
Give me hope.
Give me hope, Arteta. Hope, Arteta, give me hope. Don't give me Shaka and look back. Give me hope.
Guys,
we only came to shoot it, by the way.
Guys, we are so happy that Ceballos isn't playing.
Guys, give me
if
2
Arsenal
seconds.
wins the Europa League, I will give my winnings, my betting winnings, which is going to be a massive 180 rand. If we win the Europa League, I win 180 rand, and we will make that the coffee voucher as well. Anyway, guys, thank you for.
Thanks, Morgan.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. It's been a lot of fun as usual. It's nice to share and feel bad together. We'll see you again on Monday.
Hopefully see the guys at the pub next week, right? For the second leg.
Yeah, I need to make a plan to get there. Okay, guys, see you, and we'll have a good win on Sunday, 2-0, like I said. And we'll have a lot of fun.
Cheers, everyone. Good night.
Come on, you Gooners. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy.
Yeah, man.